Hello, everyone. A very good evening from Ambala, Kent. Today, I'm very happy. I'm feeling really happy because I'm starting with a new series today, which is very aptly named as Stellar Conversations. You can see it here behind me. Okay, and this is a series where I'm going to have a very informal conversation with some great achievers in various fields. And this endeavor is towards making children, the present day students, especially girl students, to get motivated and accordingly to select their path as they grow up, as they study. So we'll have different personalities from different walks of life. And when I talk to them, then both teachers and students can motivate themselves, and teachers, of course, their students, to get into a particular vocation. So today, I'm really very, very happy to introduce, to have the first episode with Dr. Preeta Mathur. She is a pediatrician. And before I speak about her achievements, I would like Dr. Preeta Mathur to switch on her camera. Yeah. Welcome, Dr. Preeta, to the first episode.
Thank you so much, Archana ma'am, and it's a pleasure and honor to be here on your show.
I think it's a pleasure for me. So, firstly, a big welcome to this platform. And
Thank you.
I'd like to introduce you to my audience. Dr. Preeta Mathur is an MBBS and DNB. She did her graduation from SMS Medical College, Jaipur, and went on to do DNB from Mulchand Hospital, Delhi. She's worked in some great institutions, including AIMS in Delhi and also Max Hospital, Delhi. And when her husband was posted in Pune, she worked at Noble Hospital and also the Columbia Asia Hospital in Pune. Currently, she's working as consultant pediatrics and neonatology at Miracles Apollo Gurgaon, Umkal Hospital, and Giriraj Hospital, and also runs a beautiful clinic of her own, which is very aptly named as Vatsalya Children's Clinic in Gurgaon. So once again, welcome, Dr. Preeta.
Thank you. Thank you, Archana ma'am.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great, and it's great to connect to people through you, and it's a great initiative. And I think it's going to benefit a lot of people. Yes.
I hope. I just do one thing. I think I pinned myself, and I don't know how to get myself away from here now. This is what happens when you are not very conversant with technology.
Technology.
I pinned myself, and now I cannot do that. Remove pin. Yeah, this is better. Okay. So, yeah, so now we can see you better. And I'll just share my screen first and introduce you in a better manner to make you look, firstly, welcome everyone to Stellar Conversations, episode number 1. And here is something about Dr. Preeta Mathur. She's, I think, in her clinic. This is Vatsalya.
Yes, that's what's my clinic, Vatsalya. Yes.
And happy Doctor's Day belated to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
You people are doing a yeoman's job, superb, and I'm sure you and all of you who are really dedicated ones, you have a heart of gold. So coming back, that was good. And so are you ready? I'll start with my questions.
Yes, please.
Okay. Firstly, Preeta, what inspired you to become a doctor? Did you always dream of entering the medical field, or you had something else in your mind? I mean, did you have a role model?
Yeah, I've been like very fortunate to have a very encouraging, inspiring family who knew the importance of education. So both my parents were very particular, and they stressed on good education. So I was a good student. And then my father, who is also a doctor, he was with the railways. And I used to make frequent trips to the railway hospital where I used to get very inspired by him looking after patients. And he was very passionate and he used to give a lot of care to his patients and how he used to conduct himself, and the patients used to admire, love him. So that's what made a lot of impact on my young brain. And also my father's sister, my aunt, also went on to become a doctor, and that also opened up avenues for me and my sister, who's also a doctor. So I think the seeds were sown very early, and because I admire and my father is a role model for me, so I had to step into his shoes and follow what he was doing. Yeah, so that no other thought came to my mind. So I always wanted to become a doctor.
A typical daddy's daughter, right?
Yes, true.
Okay. All right. So then why did you choose pediatrics? I mean, there are so many other
Yeah.
branches in medicine. So why was it that you chose pediatrics over other specializations? Why is it so
Yeah.
special?
So during our final MBBS, which is the last semester, we get exposed to like all the subjects broadly. So we get to know them close, a little more in detail as compared to the earlier semesters. So it's then when I realized that I liked pediatrics and I also liked surgery and ophthalmology. So these three were my choices at the end of MBBS. And before going for post graduation, during my senior residency at Safdarjung, I did 6 months each of pediatrics and general surgery, where I realized that pediatrics is the thing I wanted to do. I really enjoyed it, and the amount of joy children give you. So it's a very happy branch. Apart from the diseases, other like you get to meet children during vaccinations and when they are not actually ill or anything, and that those cute moments, I have a cute story to tell each day when I come back from work. So I really enjoy pediatrics, and that's what resonates with me. So I
I took up education to be with children, and you took up a very different field to be
yes,
with. And
true, true.
the part is that you cure them of their pains, which is equally important. So, being an
Yeah,
educator and being a doctor, right?
yes,
So,
yes,
my next question to Preeta is that what were the biggest challenges, a few challenges which you have faced, on your journey to becoming a doctor, especially because you're a woman, right?
yes. So it wasn't easy, to be very very honest, because I got married when just after my MBBS because of family circumstances, where like most of my friends had gone in for post graduation before marriage, or some of them completed their post graduation then got married, because it's a real tough task to clear the PG entrance. But I had to get married early, so that was the biggest challenge, because to study after like marriage and also after a kid, so that was a challenge. Another challenge was that did not have my mother-in-law, which like so there was a lot of uh, support I had to provide to the family,
Mm.
and also in a non-medical family, like so there were no medicos in that family who would understand. But fortunately for me, my husband, who's like the biggest pillar of strength for me till date, he's been through everything and stood by me. And so basically he provided that support which I needed for when I was away from home, when the son was alone. So he and my father-in-law, of course. So these were the challenges. But when I feel you have family support and you are convinced that you want to do a particular thing, then I think everything falls in place. So the challenges are there, but I think they are there in every field. So that is
And determination which you had, I'm
and
pretty sure
dependent.
about it.
Yes, yes, true.
Congratulations to you and your family for being, such strong pillars of support. I think
Yes,
they
thank you,
deserve
thank
as much of accolades and
you. I think they deserve more. Yeah.
very generous.
Because
Okay.
without that, it was more. Yes.
No, that's there for every field. In fact, even as a teacher, I think I needed support. So it
Yeah.
was okay. So next, now, do you have any experience to share when you were preparing for your medical entrance exam? And like, how early should a child, I mean, a student, whether it's a boy or a
Yeah.
girl, how early should they start preparing? Because in our times, we used to take a lot of time to decide what do we have to do till 10th and 12th. I mean, we were totally lost. It was just ki padna hai kinds. So,
Yeah.
how early should a person start?
Like for each child, it will be different. Some of them are very clear for the from the beginning. Some will take time and they will explore different areas and then come to a conclusion. So I feel by ninth or tenth, you s-
Must
uh,
be.
get a fair idea of your likes and dislikes.
Hmm.
And I think if you want to pursue a particular career, ninth standard is a time where like you should get focused and work towards that is what I feel. Because then by 11th things progress a lot, and if you start at that point it'll be late. So I think ninth, 10th is the time. And also like for studying, of course, you need to have a schedule. You have to also balance your uh, board examinations with the entrance examination preparation, which are
Yeah.
two different, absolutely different areas. So you have to balance both and also practice a lot, have group studies. And so at that time, there was not much of coaching. So I just went for physics coaching, rest we. So I had a big support as my sister, because through matlab, we used to do a lot of discussion together and used to solve each other's queries.
Mhm.
Uh, so preparation included self-studying, practice tests, managing time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I think
Pretty hard
was
work at a very early age.
true that.
But then you can see the fruits now. Okay. That's really great. And yeah, Dr. Preeta, how do you balance the demands of such a challenging profession with your personal life? Because I'm sure you have a friend circle, you have relatives, weddings, birthdays, etc.
Yeah.
Especially women like you and me, we wish to be with our families also. So how do you
Yeah.
balance this?
Again, I feel that family support is very important. So once you are free of that stress, that is taken care of, then you have to prioritize. I always feel like family comes first, and if the family needs you at that time, uh, nothing else matters. So family and career should be given equal importance. There should be no tilting towards any particular side. And you should make enough room for recreation, for like for your breaks, because you need to unwind
Mm.
and recharge yourself also. So frequent breaks, family time, quality time, and being there for the family whenever the family needs, and then pursuing your dreams. So
Yes.
there has to be a balance, and priorities need to be clear, I
So,
feel.
with you, these fundamentals are clear. I mean, you have drawn a very
I-
clear line between your profession and your family, right?
True. Like, so there were times where I needed to pause myself, and when my son was doing his 12th, and that time my husband was away. He was in Delhi and we were in Pune. But 12th needed a lot of, he was preparing for his entrance test, and he needed to be taken to different coaching centers. So there had to be a person dedicated to his, like, for his efforts, like to synchronize, to apply, and to pick him up, drop him, etc. So that time I took a little kind of break. I from full time I became part time, and then I resigned a little early because I had to move to Gurgaon. So I knew I had to anyways go from Pune. So I took time off and I was with him. So because when they're studying, they also need you around for just for checking whether they're okay, whether they need anything to eat, etc. So that time I took a break. Another time, when he was getting married. So again, then my practice, I just stopped practice for a few months and then resumed. So that is how I
You
feel.
look like a
If
mom
I
at all, Dr. Preeta. When you said your son got married, it's like, oh my. So you are a mom
actually,
as well.
yes,
That's nice. Okay.
he
Great,
got
and
married early.
congratulations. That's
I'm not old, he got married early.
yeah, you got married early and he too got married early. But wonderful. So I really don't know how it feels to have a daughter-in-law, but that we'll talk about later. I'm sure she must be as nice as you are. And they are currently in the States, both of them, I believe, the US.
In the US, yes.
Great. So, okay, tell me, how do you deal with emotional situations in your profession? Because, you know, when the children are sick, they cry, and it's so difficult to touch. For me, I don't know, I'll be able to treat a child or not, but how do you find, I mean, of course, with your practice, you must have got used to it, but do you have any emotional kind of, sometimes you also
Yes.
feel emotional, any such kind of situation you faced?
Absolutely. So it can get very stressful. It does get very stressful because these kids who are your regular patients, they almost like become like family, and you get attached to them. The parents get attached to us, to the doctor, and so when they are ill, of course, there is a lot of stress and there's a lot of anxiety. Um, how, to deal with that kind of situation, one is like I accept that we are humans and we are not god, so we can only do as much as we can. So I try my best to give whatever best treatment possible, and all the I think the more important thing is to provide the emotional and moral support at that time, because the family is under stress. So to answer their queries and to be there for them whenever they need that kind of support, I do lend to them. And also for my own emotional turmoil, I come back and I share it with my husband, with my son, and with family, and kind of try and de-stress
Stress,
myself.
stress,
That is how
important.
kind of
Because how much
deal with it. But
stress, yeah,
yeah,
it's tough.
sometimes yeah, it is very tough, and it takes days to get over a very sick or a kind of bad turn that sometimes things take. It really takes a toll on
But for them, you're
emotionally.
an angel, in disguise. I'm sure they look up to you for
Eh,
not just treatment, but again, as you mentioned, a lot of moral support and emotional support as
Yes,
well. So yeah, be
that
very
is,
strong. Be
yeah,
strong. Mm.
that is because to empathize and to be there with them, I think that that point they need that the most. So,
Very, because it's not just being a doctor, it's being a human being, which is more important.
yes,
Than
absolutely, absolutely.
okay, so one last question. Are there any common myths or misconceptions about being a doctor that you would like to convey or, correct them or check them for aspiring students who wish to be medical doctors when they grow up?
Yes, for sure, because it's a big myth that doctors are very serious people and very boring people. That isn't true at all. I feel they are like the most fun loving, because we get to see that side of life which can be like very depressing at times.
Mm,
So we try and enjoy the good parts whenever free. We have frequent like parties and get-togethers where academic discussions as well as socializing happens. So and also during college, because of this hectic schedule, there's a different kind of bonding which develops between students,
yeah,
and to have fun at small things and laugh and dance and go to movies. So frequent breaks and enjoyment. So doctors are the least boring, I would say, quite fun loving. I
yeah.
think this is a myth that all doctors remain serious and they never crack a joke, whereas all doctors I know in my circle, most of them are quite hilarious.
Mhm. So, yeah, I have known you personally, so I know you have a funny bone as well. Whoever is around generally remains happy. So, one last question. I mean, it's just come to my
Yeah.
mind. Any
Yeah.
message to young girls, those who are probably not thinking of becoming doctors? So, if you could just inspire them also, this is a good profession and you must join.
So all professions are good, but I feel that a satisfaction which you get after treating a person and touching their lives in that way, I think there cannot be a better satisfaction. So, in case you are ready to put in the hard work, uh, and you have that kind of care and empathy and concern for your fellow human beings, then it is a good branch to be in. Although it might affect your uh, like the day-to-day life in a way where you can get very busy sometimes and get tired and fatigued. But I guess hard work is required for all the fields, and uh, medicine is a good and rewarding profession, is what I would say.
Okay, that was wonderful, Dr. Preeta. It was so good to have you here today. And I'm sure a lot of young girls who see you will get motivated because they'll see, I mean, this doctor who's been working for so many years, she still looks so young and fresh, full of life. So you can become an inspiration to many who will see this video and watch it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. It was an absolute pleasure, and it was really nice of you to think of me, and I enjoyed talking to you. And I hope I have done justice to it.
Once you have, I'm sure a lot of people will get motivated. And yeah, I did want to become a doctor once upon a time, but it didn't happen. So I'm happy where I am. Being an educator and being with kids
It's
is
it's equally,
very
yes,
rewarding as well.
yes,
So
absolutely.
wishing you all the best, your husband, regards to him for being, your strongest support. And of course, to your son and daughter-in-law, a lot of
Thank you, ma'am.
good wishes and blessings. And
Thank you so much.
I'll,
Thank
I'll
you.
get you back again after maybe a few weeks because then we'll discuss pediatrics in detail, right?
Sure,
So
sure,
it's
sure.
just,
That'll be a pleasure.
an introduction to you and your field of medicine. So thank you so much once again, and we'll be back again with the second episode. You may switch
Thank
off.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So, dear friends, teachers, and students, I hope you enjoyed this short tete-a-tete with Dr. Preeta Mathur. And please do inspire your students to take medicine as their field when they grow up, because it does have a lot of difficulties. It's not easy, it's full of challenges. But once you do cross these challenges, you manage to overpower them, then life becomes very, very rewarding being a doctor. So, till I get back with another guest on this platform, somebody very different from being a medical doctor, it's me signing off today. Take care. God bless you all. Bye bye.